Well, good evening, everyone. This is Tom here, and I hope everybody can hear me well. Hello, Dwight. Hello, Ronald. Welcome. Lots to talk about tonight. We'll wait until a few more people show up. That way, I don't have to repeat myself. Hey, Floyd. Welcome. How you doing? There we go. There's my cameras again. I've been working on my layout most of the day, and we'll go over that in a little while. Hope everybody's doing well. It's pretty warm for the last 2 weeks. May have to turn the air conditioner back on again. Hey JD, welcome. How you doing? Saw your video on that double crossover. You were having trouble with it. Should have contacted me. I have a couple of double crossovers on my layout. Maybe I could have helped you with it. Hey, and Scale Desaria, welcome. Thanks for subscribing to me earlier, and thanks for dropping in tonight. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to let the dog in. He was outside. He wanted to come in. So, yeah, same there up there, Ronald. Yeah, a computer, current temperature.
Right now, it's 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 71 degrees.
At 8 o'clock in the evening, it's still 82 degrees here in New Jersey. So, but it's summertime. That's what you expect. So, we got a few people in here. That's good. I'm sure more will drop in a minute or two. Uh, I've I've been working on my train automation project, and I got the two subway trains running and stopping at each station now. Um, and what I was trying to do is have announcements when the trains arrive. Hey, John, welcome. So when the train arrives, it'll make an announcement. And then when it departs, it'll have, next stop is and all that kind of stuff. And then also, there's a subway background sound that I have. So that's supposed to play. And then when the announcements come in, they get interrupted. The background noise gets interrupted by the announcements. Once the announcement's complete, the background noise is supposed to kick in. Well, in DCC mode with the sound modules, that function didn't work. So I opted to go with a different way of doing it, and that's working. So what I had to do was get from Model Train Technologies their power module, and I put that underneath the layout. And I'll do a video later on this week of showing how that all works. But I'll just give you an insight of what I had to do. So they had sensors, and then when the train goes by, it'll trigger it, and it hooks up to the sound module, and the other two wires go to the power module. That's how they get power. So I ordered from them 2 weeks ago the power module and 9 sensors. I need 3 for each station, 1 for each side for arrivals, and then the other at the other end, this one on each side, and then the departing announcement is the same for both trains. This tells you what next station is. So it's needed 1 at the end of the station to be triggered when the train goes out. So I placed the order. This was the week before 4th of July that I placed the order. I placed it on a Monday, whatever that day was. I think that was June 30th. It might have been 30th because the 4th was a Friday. So on that day, I placed the order. Next day, I inquired, do you have the items in stock? Will you be shipping it out? I got an email back from the guy saying it'll be shipped today. I looked on my phone app, and the UPS, which is what I specified to be shipped, UPS app said, label has been created, not in possession of the package yet. We're waiting to get it from the shipper. Next day, usually when you get that message on your phone app, the UPS app, the label's created. Usually the next day, it's picked up overnight, and then they update it and everything. And the next day, it says arrived at station, blah, blah, blah. It's moving through the network, right? That didn't happen. So day 3 comes, and it's now the day before the 4th of July. So I email the guy who I bought them from. I even called the UPS, and I said, hey, what's going on? Well, we really can't do anything unless you file a claim. I said, why should I have to file a claim? I'm the receiver. Went on and on and on and on. I was on the phone with UPS for a couple hours that day. I emailed the guy. He says, just be patient. It'll be there in 2 days. 1 to 2 days. Well, didn't come on Thursday, and it wasn't going to come on Friday because Friday was the 4th of July holiday. So I said, okay, it might come Saturday. But the phone app still did not show any activity at all. So now it's getting into the frustration point of where the heck this package is. Call back UPS. Where's this package? We don't know. We never got it. The shipper, they said, we need to know when the package was dropped off, the date and the time, and the location. Okay? So, what did I do? I sent an email to the guy I bought it from. I said, hey, can you give me the day and time and the location of where you dropped the package off? He replied back, be patient, it'll be there. I only asked 2 questions and I didn't get an answer. So now I'm totally frustrated. So I waited, nothing on Saturday. Thank you, JD. Keep on top of that for me. Appreciate it. So I waited for two more days. Now it's Monday. Still no updates on the package. I'm emailing the guy. Where's this package? I got on the phone with UPS. I was on the phone with them for 4 hours this time. Got all the way up to the manager, not the supervisor, but the manager of UPS. We still need to know where, when and what time and all this. And I said, I can't get the information out of the shipper. He won't give it to me. Well, then I said, okay, I'm on your website. And I looked for locations near the address of the shipper where he could have dropped it off. I called them up directly, their offices. The one place was in the same town, but that one was across the way a bit, and there was another one closer. So the girl answered the phone in the same town. She tried to help me, and she says she come up with a drop-off list for that day, which was July 1st or 2nd. She didn't see anything coming from this shipper. She said, but that doesn't mean he came here. He could have came to the one closer to his place. So I tried calling that place. They never answered the phone. I left them a message, and they never called me back. So on this Tuesday, I had a doctor's appointment, 8 o'clock in the morning, to get more meds for my trauma that I had a month or so ago. And I came home and I checked my mailbox. And because the day before some mail came, so I said, oh, I'll get the mail out of the mailbox. Open up the mailbox, and there's a notice from the post office. And the notice said, we have a package for you. We couldn't deliver it because there's a $13 shipping fee on the package. Yeah, it does, JD. Sometimes it does. And I never had a bad experience with UPS before. So I went in the house and dropped off a few things, got in my car, and drive down to the post office. Hand the thing to the clerk at the post office. He goes over to this big bin he had off to the counter side, pulls out a box. It's the box for me. And I said, I'm at the post office, correct? He says, yeah, you are. I said, why is it that a UPS package is in the post office? He said, they just dropped them off here. So I go, that doesn't sound right. He says, no, we don't understand it either. He says, well, we can't deliver this because then he showed me the box. And this is the reason why they can't deliver it. Because on the box, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to read that, but it says UPS second day air delivery. UPS second day air. So this was shipped out on July 1st. I should have had this July 3rd. So UPS sent it from Orlando, Florida. That's where this shipper is. From Orlando, Florida to New Jersey. But they didn't track it at all. Every package that comes into a UPS store, when the customer hands the clerk behind the counter a package with a UPS label, they have to scan it. Then they give you a drop-off receipt. I've done this a million times. If you go into my UPS store, dropped off a package, they scan that item, especially when I'm sending things back to Amazon. They give you a UPS label, they scan it, they give you a drop-off receipt with the tracking number and everything. So I had to go to the post office to pick up a UPS package. Now, that is beyond belief. In Newark right now, yeah, well, Newark, New Jersey, Floyd. So it's really strange how it ended up at the post office. And he had a whole bin full of stuff that UPS just decided, oh, FedEx. Okay, well, you'll get FedEx. Don't worry about that. FedEx is a lot better. I know because I used to work for FedEx. And he had a whole bin of these packages. So UPS decided to drop them off at the post office. And then the post office has to take the time to fill out a form and then drop it off at all the addresses of all those packages to inform the users that they have to come to the post office. He told me, he goes, I'm glad you came down to the post office to get it because most people don't even come down. They don't even want to come down. So I said, well, I'm looking for this package for over a week. And then it finally came. So what came inside the box, maybe I should make myself bigger. Okay, here we go. Was the sensors. This is a sensor. It's a precision detector mile marker. And it has 3 wires on it, 2 red wires and a yellow wire. The 2 red wires go to the power module, and the yellow wire goes to the trigger on the sound module. So if this was put at the inside track on my subway station, that would be track 1 on the sound module. So I would plug the yellow wire into the screw that's for track wire. Yeah, that's true, JD. No pride in work anymore. Absolutely correct. Because when I worked for FedEx, we scanned every package. And I had to scan them when I put them on my truck. And then when I worked on the belt, I had to scan them when they came off the truck. And every step of the way, the customer knew they could track it like they can now, where the package was. And people, well, they said, well, the holiday week was a long. No. I worked on 4th of July at FedEx. I worked on Christmas for FedEx. I worked on New Year's for FedEx. Packages still need to be moved around the network. They don't stop for a holiday. So there's no reason in the world. And this was a second day air from Orlando. So that means they had to put it on a plane to get it to New Jersey so they can have it delivered the next day. That would be the second day air. So that all had to have taken place, but I had no tracking of it whatsoever. None at all. So it was kind of frustrating. So I started hooking it up on the subway system, and I got 2 stations complete, and it works really well. I put a car up there and I rolled it past the sensor, and it triggers, and I have toggle switches that I placed, and that turns on the background sound. That all works. Background sound's playing, and all of a sudden the um, car goes by and it triggers it, and then that interrupts the background sound. It plays the announcement. It all works. So I got the second station done today, just about an hour before the show. I had a couple of wires that I had to screw in, and I got them all done. Then after the show, I might turn the system on and test the announcements just to make sure everything is wired up properly. So, um, so you have to drill a 5/8 inch hole for the sensor to go through. So the three wires drop down through, and they're real thin wires. So I had to solder a thicker wire on so I can screw them into a terminal block and then extend the wires to reach where the power module is and the sound module. So had to do a little soldering and stuff like that. So the power module, I wanted to mount it close by so that I wouldn't have to run wires, long wires. So I mounted it underneath the subway system like the sound module is. And then I could just do some short wires and stuff like that. So it comes with a 12-volt power supply, and it has I don't know, maybe a 5-foot length cord on it. Well, I want to run an extension cord all the way up to that so I can plug that in up there. That would look weird. So I found these on Amazon, and these have barrel connectors on them. Well, actually, the guy sent me a link to this, and then on Amazon, I ordered these yesterday. They came today. So then I ran a wire all the way down through my channel wiring for the my upper level, fifth level, and dropped it down. And then I plugged in the 12-volt adapter into a power supply that comes on when the system comes up, and it reached to connect to this end of the barrel here, and then this goes into the power module, that barrel there. See that this way. Yeah, they're pretty small. So, and that worked. So now when I turn the system on, the sound systems come up. They're all powered. I hit the toggle switch to get the background sounds playing. Then when the train runs, it'll trigger the announcements and stuff like that. And soundtracks fix my decoders, and they're on their way. I got notification from the post office that they received it in Colorado, but they haven't done anything with it yet. So hopefully that'll come on Monday. That's what they're shooting for. We'll see how that goes. So if I bring back up, let me see, how do I do that? Now I want to do the other way. There we go. Up here on this one, I'm going to point to it right there. Here's a signal. That's a 3 LED ground signal. And right there is the sensor, right underneath the fan. So the fan's working. It's just that the string is off to the side because I was moving things around. And had to take more panels off to get it to work and stuff like that. So one panel's hanging, one tunnel piece is hanging down there because I have the side piece off because I needed to see it from one side to get to the sensor and stuff to work. Because this panel here is glued. I don't remember gluing it, but I glued some of them in so they would stay up, which that's how it works. So, so that's the sensors up above. So there's a little thing in the front, and when the train passes by, it triggers that. this track is within the limits of covering 2 tracks. So both trains will trigger that sensor and make the announcement of them they're departing, and next stop is whatever the next stop is. So that's what that is. So then I 3D printed. Let me make myself big again. The train station down on the lower level. I am making some more pads for people. There we go. Now I got it. Camera's on this screen and not on the screen that I'm on. And then I got a roof. And then these are the pieces that hold up the roof. So I got to glue these all together. I got it. I 3D printed these the other day. I already have 5 of them on the one side of the station, and then there's 5 here on my desk that I have to put together that are going to go on the other side of the station. That should cover most of the train length, and when the train stops there, they should be in front of all the platforms so that people can get off. So I glue the seats on there, then glue some people in the seats and some people standing and stuff like that. So that's another little project. We got to work on that this weekend to get that train station in place. Then that'll take care of that. So that's what that is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about YouTube now. Let me remove this. Stop that screen. I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to bring up this. I'm going to present, share screen, window. Okay. This is YouTube Studio. Oh, well, my decoders just arrived in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's good. So it's moving in the network now. So that's good. So anyway, this is YouTube Studio. And I've been watching this one guy on YouTube in the last week about how to improve your YouTube experience. And I've been enlightened a lot. And this guy also offers what he calls the YouTube Academy. And he just reached 100,000 subscribers on his channel, and he has 3 channels, and he's got like a ton of subscribers on each of his channels. And he explains things on how to improve to get your watch hour. See, that's what I was looking for, watch hours, because my watch hours are low and I can't get them up. And I've had a couple people start watching my playlist so that my watch hours go up. So my watch hours go up to like 165, 170, then it drops down the next day because it does the 28-day thing. So, but it's been going up like 20, 30 hours a day. But in the analytics, the yearly one doesn't seem to be going up anywhere. I don't know when they update that one, but I've been trying to figure it out. So anyway, this guy shows you all these things. Now, what he talks about, a couple of things. One is channel tags. And channel tags are something you put in about your channel, and you can set as many channel tags as you want. Okay. And if you go to settings down here, oh, I gotta go. Okay, I made that bigger. That's good. Hopefully you all can see that. And I gotta go to settings over here. Okay. And then you go to channel, and here's the keywords. These are your channel tags. So I have a lot of them in there. I don't know if any of you ever seen this before, but when you put these in here, the YouTube SEO, and I'll explain that in a little bit what the SEO is, will know who to push this video out to. Okay? You have 500 characters you can type in here. So there is a website. Where did I write that website down? Somewhere here. It's the, I thought I had it written down here. There's a website that it's a tag generator website. And I'll put the link to that in the description of my show here tonight. That way you guys can just click on it. You go onto that website, and then you type in, like, what I did is I typed in model railroad, and then it created all these tags so that you can see them. So these tags are like your hashtags. Okay. So that's what the channel tags are. Now, if we go down to upload defaults, which is another topic, in here, you put a description in it. You don't ever put in anything in the title, because your title is always different for every video. These upload defaults are when you upload a video to YouTube, it'll apply all these automatically, so you don't have to retype them over and over again, right? So I just put in here, this video is a model train vlog in a part of your model train series. Subscribe to my channel if you love model trains. And down below there, I put a few hashtags. Okay. And then I put visibility is unlisted. And then all the tags are here, which I put in the channel tag, copied them and put them in here. So they'll all upload with the video. Okay. Now, the reason why we want to make the visibility unlisted, you got other options here. You can say private or public. Well, I was always uploading my video public, and it would upload it immediately. What's recommended is that you, when a new video is posted, you post it unlisted, and you give it 24 hours before you change it to public. The reason why you want to do that is because YouTube will check the SEO, and I use that term again, SEO again. And I'll go over that in a few minutes. Okay. Some of the options I'm not really familiar with yet. Not sure about. In the advanced settings, we want to uncheck the allow automatic chapter and key moments in your videos. This by default is turned on. What that does is YouTube will analyze your video and create chapters for you. You know your video better than YouTube, and you know where you want to put your chapters and stuff like that. So you should take the few minutes out when you create the video to create the chapters for yourself. All this other stuff is default values. Allow automatic dubbing should be checked. This automatically translates your videos, audio tracks into different language and adds them to your video. So this way, YouTube SEO analyze your video and say, okay, we're going to translate this into other languages. Then you can pick the languages in the video when you edit it, and then it'll create the text in that language for you, so you don't have to type it all. Comments are on, moderation is none, and show as many viewers like the video. That's that. So also on every video, you should put an end screen. I went through all my videos and added end screens on. And what that does is it comes up, and I have them set up to show my pool list or my playlist or a video. And then one other side of the screen is click on me, and then you can subscribe to me directly like that. So that's important to go back and add an end screen to your videos. So that way, when people see your video, you're promoting one of your other videos, they can click on that right away and go to that video instead of getting out of your video and going to somebody else. So there's something about short remixing. I'm not too comfortable with that yet, so I'll explain that another day when I learn more about that. As I said, I was going to tell you what the SEO is. SEO is search engine optimization. So that makes it, I'm going to get out of this screen now, and I'm going to get out of the full screen, exit full screen. Okay, so hi JD, hi Todd, welcome. Glad you could be in here tonight. So having the right keywords in your video is important. The channel keywords. In the title, I used to put the hashtags in the title. That's a no-no. So anybody that has hashtags and they put them in their title, go through those videos and take them out. It's not doing you any good because YouTube doesn't analyze that. Hashtags belong in the description. That's why I added mine in the upload section of the settings. So that way all the hashtags are always added. And then you could add other hashtags if it's more specific to your, to the video you're doing or whatever. And try to add in your title one of your keywords. Like one of my keywords is layout update. So I put in my title layout update. So that's a keyword added to your description. And also, when you're doing your video and you're doing talking, you should always try to use keywords into the conversation. Like, hello, we're going to talk about layout update today with train automation, so I use two keywords in my opening. And the front loading, which is the opening of a video, the first 30 seconds of a video is what determines whether a person is going to continue to watch it or not. Like we always say, people today don't have an attention span of 30 seconds. Well, if you look at the analytics, you'll see drop-offs at 30 seconds. He'll show me some graph, but I can't find it on mine. I don't know if that's something that you have monetized or not. I don't know. Some of the things showing, I don't know if it's being monetized or I just don't know where it is yet. But those things help your videos. So now I create a video, I mark it unlisted, and then I wait 24 hours. That allows YouTube to see the video and says, oh, okay, we're going to push this out to these people. Okay. And I looked at the option of pushing it out to the subscribers. And in analytics, it tells you how many subscribers received the notification. And the last video I had, I think it said reach. Go to reach. Go to the reach tab on your video analytics. Scroll down here, and bell notifications sent 100%. 80 subscribers got notifications. Well, I have 517 subscribers, and I don't know why they didn't get it. The notification click-through rate was 1.3%. Typical on YouTube is 0.5 to 2.5, so I'm within the range. Views from bell notifications 1. And all these analytics can tell you what's going on on your video. So if you want your channel to grow, these are things that you need to look at and do. Okay. The other thing you want to do is in your shorts, you want to link it to a relative video that you have. So if we go back to my dashboard and we go to contents and we go to shorts and we take this short here, and over here is related video. So if you go in here, click on this, it brings up your videos. So this video is about train automation. So I'll click on this video. So now when anybody plays this short, they'll see this pop up on the short. So that's another way to get people to view your videos. So all your shorts, you can go through and find out what they're related to on your channel, and then click on that to then when they look at that shorts get more views than videos do a lot of times, and you can direct them to another video to watch. So that's another thing you want to do. Titles are very important. What you put up here in the title, try to always use keywords. I used a keyword here, soundtracks. That's one of my keywords. So I did use that in this title. And in the video, I always talk about sidetracks and stuff. So, but I didn't know about the first 30 seconds. So my new videos will have something more interesting in the first 30 seconds to try to keep the people into the video. So it's not an easy thing to do. Even the guys with 100,000 subscribers, struggle with the first 30 seconds of a video. It's the most important part of your video. So that's that. There's some other things. You can go on Google Trends, and then you can do a high potential topic, high clickability, high video reaction rate, and then the algorithm. All those things, Google Trends will give you information about your video and stuff like that on there. There's so much more in YouTube. If you go, I'm going to try to find out one thing about where you can check. Oh, it's when you publish a video. So we would have to, it only comes up when you publish a video. So what I got to do, before we do that, undo changes. Before we do that, I want to talk about one more topic about your videos, and that's thumbnails. Okay, videos. We go here. I don't know if anybody knew this or not, but you can test and compare your thumbnail. So if I had another video and I uploaded a video here, and I have one picture here. Open this, and then you can change the thumbnail to whatever you want, but you can also test other videos. So I'd have to have 2 videos that I uploaded there so that I can do that. So undo the changes, and maybe I had to do it there. Oh, here's where I have to do it. Put it there. File, not an image. Oh, that was a movie. I'm sorry. I moved the file to some other location. But that's how you test it. You have to. I was doing it in the thumbnail. I'm sorry, my mistake. So I say I'm still learning this stuff, still trying to figure it out. And I figured if I talk about it, I'll figure it out better. Have a good night, Ronald. Thanks for stopping in. And you put your thumbnails in here, and then when you click on it, it'll compare them, and it'll tell you what percentage is better thumbnail to promote your video. So I'm going to try that one day, see how it works. But I just wanted to talk about thumbnails. And now what I'm going to do is go up here, hit create, and upload a video. And on this thing here, I have a video here. Okay, so now, as you can see, it put the description in there for me automatically, and the hashtags are there. I will change the title of this. I'm not going to put this video up, but I just want to see. You can select what playlist you want this part of, so you don't have to go figure out how to add it to playlist. Come down here, and at the bottom here, you show more, and then you come down here, there's all your tags, languages, and here is where you want to make sure that you publish to subscription feeds and notify subscribers is checked. You can uncheck that if you were putting up a video just to test something and you didn't want it to go out to all your subscribers. You just wanted to test the video, see how it worked. You can uncheck it here. The next time you come in, make sure it's checked. So that's important. If you don't have that there, then it's not going to push it out to notify all your subscribers that you just posted a new video. So that's the option. Uh, Again, when you upload the video, you go to the show more at the bottom of the video. You show more, and then you go down here and check to make sure. See, like I have automatic chapters unchecked, so it remembers that. So I don't need to worry about that now because I don't want YouTube to chapter my videos. I'll go back since I got 24 hours before I post this video. I will then be able to set up the chapters. That only takes a few minutes. You watch a video and you jot down the piece of paper, and then you just create those chapters. You put it in. I've seen other guys do chapters. They put it in the description, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever, and the times of that chapter, and you can go right to that chapter. Now, having chapters in your videos is important to watch out. Say somebody didn't have chapters in their video, and you're scrolling, you're watching the video, and they get bored, it's not interesting to them, or whatever the reason, and then they just get out of your video. But if there was chapters listed, maybe they were interested in some other part of your video, so they'll go to that chapter and start watching you there, and they might watch the rest of the video, or they might go to another chapter, whatever. That going to chapters and stuff. Hey, Bob, welcome. Glad to see you in here. So going to the chapters helps in your watch hours, because if people just click out of your video, your watch hours are shot. But if they skip ahead, then that counts in your watch hours. So that's something that you need to do in your videos to help you the video finally uploaded. Takes a while to get up to there. But I'm not going to continue this. Well, it's still going to put it out there, but I'm not going to do this because this video isn't finished yet. I just created a test video tonight just so I can upload one to show you that setting. Because the only time you can see that setting is when you upload the video, and you have to make sure that this is checked so that you can make sure that it posts to your subscribers. Now, I get a lot of postings from, and I get postings from people I don't even subscribe to. Like some of them I might watch a couple of their videos, but then all of a sudden I'm getting postings of them producing a whole video. So I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but it'd be nice to post to people that are not subscribed to you, because on my videos, if we X out of here, it's going to put it here anyway, but I can delete this. Yeah, delete forever. I don't need it. Delete, delete video. Okay. And I understand deleting it, delete drive video. Okay. I don't want it. I don't want it up there. And so if we go to my video and we watch this one, let's see. If we go here, okay, that's my video that I just posted recently. And we're just going to skip to the end. We don't need to see the train going up the hills. Right about here. Okay, so now it's just going on. Now, see, I'm going to pause it. This is end screen. I have a link to, I have a playlist listed here. And then down here is, here, this is to subscribe to my channel. And then it puts up part of your description on your channel. So that's what the end screens do. So, and they're not hard to add. I had 330 videos, and I edited them all in 2 days. I didn't spend 24 hours each day on it. I spent a couple hours one day and a couple hours another day, and I got them all. So every one of my videos now have end screens, and some of them will post the most current video you did. There's an option to do that. There's a way to put playlists in there. That's one option. And there's another one there that will play the best video for the user. And that's from your channel, not from somebody else's channel. Your best video that will suit that user's needs will pop up there. This here is something that I selected a playlist from. So other videos and stuff like that explain how to do this or do that. All that you can do in the settings of your videos, which will help them promote them and also will point people to your videos. So when you play a playlist like this, if I play this playlist, I close this full screen down. Now, what we see on the right here are all my videos now. So users are not going to look over there and see some girl naked or something like that. So if you can direct them to your playlist, the right-hand side of the screen will show just your videos, not no one else's. Because if we go back and look at this video, let's pause it. Here on the right-hand side, you see my Cab Crew Wednesday showing up there. That's me. And then there's shorts. And these are other people's shorts. And down here, you're going to see all other people's videos. Okay? So you want to try to avoid that with getting, get that off. And we'll go back to my dashboard. So I'm going to remove that screen. So that's what I've been learning about YouTube. And what I'll do is I'll put that guy's channel in the description also. I'm going to put the chapter tags website in there so you guys can create your own tags and channel tags and hashtags. Like I say, hashtags do not belong on the title. They belong in the description because that's what the SEO analyzes. It doesn't analyze the description, the title for hashtags. It analyzes the title for keywords which match hashtags, but they won't do anything with the hashtags. The hashtags in the description, the SEO analyzes that. It says, okay, all these groups we're going to push this video to. So, like I created a couple of my own hashtags, and like the vendors that I have, I created hashtags for them, and I'll talk about them and stuff like that. I'll put them in my hashtag, and like I picked a couple of hashtags, and I noticed when you pick a hashtag. It tells you how many channels are using this hashtag. So this explains why my feed is full of Russian brides in an algorithm. Yeah. Yeah, Bob, that's the problem, Bob. So um, there's a lot of other guys out there that talk about this YouTube promoting stuff, but the guy I found seems to be pretty reputable, and he points out things, he shows you, explains them to you. I bring up my YouTube studio while he's talking, and then I go and look for the thing that he's talking about. Most of the time, I figure it out. I write them on paper. I write them down, then I copy them into my OneNote, and I have a folder, a file there with all the YouTube things that I got to do. So, I'd say producing the videos and stuff like that, there's more to it than just uh, shooting the video and stuff. And he said also, you don't have to go out and buy a lot of expensive video equipment. He says he got 100,000 subscribers with a regular video camera, nothing, no studio, none of this stuff and stuff like that. So don't spend a lot of time wasting money on video, because people don't. If your content is good and it's interesting, people don't care about the video. They don't worry about that stuff. So don't worry about your videos. When this, as long as what you're explaining and talking about and stuff like that is interesting to people, then they'll watch your video, whatever what it looks like. I've been working on my unused boxcars. Oh yeah, Dwight. Oh, you got a lot of them from Colonel Cotton Belt, right, Dwight? That was from that estate sale. I was looking for oil tank cars from him, but I didn't see too many. I only saw one, I think. So I was a little disappointed. I thought there'd be a couple more, but still trying to build my oil tank train. So let me take my YouTube studio off now. If anybody has any questions about this, you can email me, call me, text me, message me on FaceTime, whatever, however you want to get a hold of me. He also said in your description, if you have, you can put in there so it shows up on all your videos, the links to your other social medias, like if you have Instagram or if you have Facebook or if you have another YouTube channel, stuff like that. You can put in that description where I had the hashtags, and that way you can go to settings again and go to channel uploads. I think I was talking. Hey Pedro, welcome. Right here, right in here, you can put all your social media links, so that way when you produce your video, people can then connect to you through there and all that stuff. So that's not a place to put that. So, and so let me remove this here. Bring me back up. So I don't know if Mr. Heath is going on. I didn't even see him pop in here tonight. I find my how-to videos, especially ones with expensive graphics, do the best. Not limited to the model railroad. Lots of folks want to spray paint in the cold, etc. Yeah, Bob. Sometimes you can um, you can create another channel. Like say you're into model railroading, and like I do a lot of 3D printing stuff. Man, I could have created a 3D printing channel, but most of my 3D printing is related to my model railroad. So I didn't think another channel would be necessary. But if you have another hobby that's not related to trains or something like that, you can create another YouTube channel and promote that. And then you have, then you have two headaches instead of this one headache, right? But okay, Floyd, have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. I'm going to be ending the stream soon anyway. Um, I just wanted to, yeah, that's right. Good audio beats good video. That's correct. As long as you can hear the person, know what they're talking about, that's the most important thing. Seeing things, not so much, unless they're pointing out things to you on the video. Sometimes it comes in. So I do a video and then I go through it and I watch it and make sure. Like sometimes I'm holding the camera and I'm looking at the thing I'm looking at, and then the camera is off over here and off over there, and I got to start over again. So um, it's hard. Tripods are okay, but it's hard to do a tripod when you have multiple levels. If you have one level with a tripod in there, talk about that. Move it around, stuff like that. I even 3D printed a tripod for my iPhone for shorts and stuff I do, but you have to be accurate enough. The shorts were only a minute long. Now they changed that. I think they're now 3 minutes long. So you can have a 3-minute short. So it was very tough to not hold the phone and do a short if you wanted to do something while you were doing that, but then come back and stop it right at a minute so you wouldn't go over in a minute. Then you had to redo the video again. So I always was holding the phone in my hand so I could control it. In 1 minute, it's just tough. So, but with that all said, like I said, anybody wants any more information on this, I'll try to add the two links in the video once this gets uploaded to YouTube, and then I'll add in the description. I'll add the links, and then we can go from there. Hey, Randall, welcome. Um, I'm just about ready to end this, Randall. Thanks for stopping in, though. Appreciate it. You can watch the replay if you want to learn anything out of what I talked about tonight. Like I said, anybody have any questions, anything, you know how to get a hold of me. I want to thank everybody for stopping in. I appreciate everybody spending time with me here tonight, listening to me what I'm talking about. And I hope to see you all again soon. Have a great week, what's left of it. And stay cool if it's hot where you are, and stay warm if it's cold where you are. We'll see you all again soon. Everybody take care. Have a good night.